and welcome to Lagos Updates on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. This program highlights the activities of the Lagos State Governor and other state events. I'm Adeola Akindele. In the highlights of the program today, Lagos State Governor meets Lekki-Ikoyi Link Bridge stakeholders. Plus, Governor Sanwo-Olu pledges creative financial model for Lagos State. This and more after this timeout. We'll begin today with the story. As part of the consultations on the return of tolling to the Ikoyi Link Bridge, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has met with the stakeholders. At the meeting, which took place at Lagos House Marina on Sunday, were leaders of the Lekki Residents Association, LERA, and Lekki Residents and Stakeholders Association. On the government side were, besides Mr. Governor, Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Boyosoro Onigbanjo, Commissioner for Transportation, Frederick Oladende, Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Benga Omotosho, Managing Director, Lekki Concession Company, Yomi Omomowasu, and LCC Board Member, Obafemi George. Also at the meeting were the President of Lekki Residents and Stakeholders Association, Olorogun James Imadoye, Vice President of LERSA, Architect Ladiga, Financial Secretary Mr. Keji Olajide, among other stakeholders. The guests explained their position on the matter and demanded some concessions. Governor Sanwo-Olu agreed to make some concessions after showing evidence of LCC's financial situation and while tolling should resume at the plaza. The LCC management will soon be announcing details of the concessions following Mr. Governor's directive. On Wednesday, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu promised that his administration will be creative in its financing model to provide the required funds to deliver dividends of democracy to the people of the state. He made a statement while receiving the management team of FMDQ Group PLC and FSD Africa, led by their CEOs, Bola Koko and Mark Napier, who paid him a courtesy visit at the Lagos House. Governor Sanwo-Olu said he would continue to push until he gets the desired results for Lagos and the residents of the state.
We certainly keep saying to ourselves that we need to look for other sources of financing. We need to be very creative in our financing model, and we need to be able to de-risk, our balance sheet very well. The population is huge. There's a lot of pressure on us. We're actually raising to be able to meet up with some of our very big ideas around the economy. So we're truly, really pushing all of ourselves in various areas. And so I'm personally very excited when I know and I see that the team and your team are driving towards a convergence that can indeed better a lot of our citizens.
Governor Sanwo-Olu, who expressed his satisfaction with the progress of the Lagos State Green Bond Issuance Memorandum of Understanding (MOU) the state government signed with FMDQ Group and FSD Africa, urged all partners to leverage the partnership for full benefits on investments. Also during the week, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu said the state government would work with consulting engineering and architectural firms to prevent the collapse of buildings in the state. He made a statement during a courtesy visit by the local organizing committee, LOC, Nigeria, of the International Federation of Consulting Engineers, FIDIC, at Lagos House Marina. Governor Sanwo-Olu reiterated his administration's commitment to the provision of infrastructure for Lagos residents, said infrastructure is one of the ways in which societal problems can be solved, and government is in the process of identifying consulting engineering and architectural firms to help with monitoring building construction.
Let me now seize the opportunity to appeal to good people of Lagos State to bear with us even as the several construction works ongoing across the state may have caused or is causing some inconveniences in one way or the other. It is a small price to pay for the vastly improved standard of life and living that we all enjoy when all these projects are completed.
Lagos State Government has set up a committee to oversee the affairs of all motor parks and garages in the state. Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Benga Omotosho, explained that this is in fulfillment of the government's premise to ensure that events of the National Union of Road Transport Workers, NURTW, are not allowed to threaten law and order. He said the government has exercised its constitutional powers to ensure that no vacuum which can disrupt the peace of the state is allowed to exist in the parks. The commissioner listed the members of the committee to include Musiliu Akinsoya, also known as MC Oluomo, as chairman, Sulaiman Ojora as deputy chairman, and retired Assistant Inspector General of Police Hakim Udumusu as government liaison officer. Omotosho said members were selected following consultations with stakeholders in the transport sector, said they had to report to the Ministry of Transportation, Alausa Secretariat, Ikeja. It will be recalled that the government on March 10 suspended NURTW operations in all parks and garages following the tensions sparked by some events in the union. From that story, we move to this one, which says Lagos State Government, through the Office of Civic Engagement and Lagos State Health Management Agency, LASHMA, has enrolled beneficiaries of the Mother, Infant and Child Development MHD program into the state's health insurance scheme, also called Ilera Eko. Speaking at the event held in Ikeja, the special advisor to the government on civic engagement, Adiremi Adeboale, said the enrollment of the beneficiaries is a major component of the MHD program and a strategy to build on the support given to the women while they were pregnant, as well as sustain their access to affordable and qualitative healthcare services after delivery. According to her, the Mother, Infant and Child Development Program is a nutritional support program through which nutritional food packs and supplements were provided weekly for indigent pregnant women across the 20 local governments and 37 local council development areas of the state. Adeboale said the engagement forum also provides opportunities for partners from the public and private sectors to meet with 570 beneficiaries of the program. The Commissioner for Health, Akin Abayomi, who was represented by Dr. Olamide Okulaja, said the MHD program is part of the plan to ensure that the Lagos State Government can fulfill critical clauses in its social contract with the people through a single initiative by following them from infancy to childhood and to adolescence. He now remarks the General Manager of LASHMA, Emmanuel Azamba, assured that the agency, saddled with the responsibility of implementing the state's health insurance scheme, will continue to collaborate with other stakeholders in the implementation of the program in fulfillment of its core mandate of providing access to quality and affordable healthcare for Lagosians. Also, during the week, the Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of the Lagos State Waste Management Authority, LOMA, Ibrahim Odumboni, has challenged innovative engineers in the state and the country to design affordable billing machines to make the plastic recycling business more attractive and less capital intensive. He also frowned at the use of brown-colored PET bottles for the packaging of plastic drinks, urging such companies to stick to white, transparent ones. Odumboni made the observations in his keynote address at the Stakeholders Consultative Forum for Plastic Recycling Value Chain, organized by a German concern at Ikeja. Odumboni observed that the billing component of the recycling process was a vital one and locally fabricated machines would go a long way in simplifying the process, since they would come cheaper and more easily maintained. And finally, on the program today, the Lagos State Parks and Gardens Agency, LASPAC, has handed over 6 mini botanical gardens to the public secondary schools that emerged as winners at the public school craft arts competition organized during the year 2021 Lagos Tree Planting Day. Speaking at the unveiling of the botanical gardens at Government Senior College, Agege, the General Manager of LASPAC, Adetun Popola, said the gardens are meant to serve as learning resources that will expose students to plant biodiversity, help them to know more about a range of horticultural practices like propagation, planting and cultivation techniques. She added that the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, has set a target to make environmental education a core curriculum component in our countries by 2025. Also speaking, the Director General of the Nigerian Conservation Foundation, Mutari Aminu Kano, said the partnership with LASPAC is in line with the mandate of the foundation, which is to conserve the environment by creating green spaces. The Director General, who was represented by the Coordinator, Green Recovery Nigerian Program, Folake Salawu, noted that the initiative will enlighten the students and make them aware of the role they can play to protect the environment, stressing that school children need to be trained on how to nurture the botanical garden for the sustainability of the project. The principal of Government Senior College, Agege, Omobolani Alamu, expressed gratitude to LASPAC for the laudable project, urging the agency to set up more gardens across schools in the state. Alamu said the botanical garden would serve as instructional material to the teachers, adding that the school will put in place all necessary measures to ensure proper maintenance of the garden. It will be recalled that LASPAC had announced during the build-up to the year 2021 Tree Planting Day celebration that as part of activities to commemorate the day, school craft competition will be organized for public schools. The organization also promised to establish a mini botanical garden as a reward for each of the 6 schools that came out victorious. The winning schools are Somori Comprehensive Secondary School, Ifakojayi, Songo Senior Secondary School, Agege, Government Senior College, Agege, Government Junior Model College, Ikurudu, Abeson Senior High School, Abeson and Koshofe Senior College, Ketu. The gardens consist of over 80 varieties of trees and are segmented into 4 sections, namely edible, ornamental, shrubs, and medicine. And with that story, we conclude this week's edition of Lagos Update, a program that highlights the activities of the Lagos State Governor and other state events. You can listen to Lagos Traffic Radio on our website www.trafficradio961.ng and follow us on our various social media platforms: Twitter, Lagos Traffic 961, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. On YouTube, subscribe to our channel, Lagos Traffic 961. You can download our app, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM from Play Store for more updates. You can as well follow me on Twitter at Adeola Akindele1. Thanks to my producer, Babatunde Akinyemi, studio engineer, Oyeshola Ola, with support from the social media team. The executive producer is Tayo Akunle. I'm Adeola Akindele. Next week is another date. Stay blessed and stay safe.